Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. In today's scenario, it is Yamato's final stand. And this is of course one of those tricky scenarios because I am building a historical ship. This is a game. That is a very important distinction to make. This is a game. This is not a simulator. That means that I cannot make a perfect replica of Yamato. It's just not possible in the current version of the game. You don't have the right components, you don't really have the right towers for it, and, well, some parts just don't really line up as well as you might like. If you do want to have a perfectly historical Yamato, then I have the perfect solution for you. Read a history book. Go watch some fancy Yamato pictures. That is the historical Yamato. So don't go complaining in the comment section going, oh no, this is not the right Yamato. It won't be. It won't be. This is as close as I could approximate it in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And if you think you can do better, and I'm sure you think you can, go ahead, go get the game and see if you can actually make a good build of Yamato. And if you did, then put it on Imgur and link that down below in the comment section. And I'll be happy to learn from you. Anyway, a quick note about scenarios. At this point, I have a little over 750 scenarios sitting in my inbox. So if yours does not get selected, then please don't fret, because it's just a numbers game. There are way more scenarios coming in every single day than I can possibly get through. So I just select ones that I think are interesting, that I think you guys would like to watch. And if yours doesn't get selected, there's a very good likelihood that I haven't even seen it, simply because it's just a huge waterfall of emails. Do not send in your scenario again. That is not going to get it selected faster. It really doesn't work. So just be patient, just let me sort through the scenarios, and maybe eventually your scenario will pop up. Today's scenario is by Crevival. Yamato's final hour. You'll play as the Admiral in charge of Yamato's final mission. In this alternate history scenario, for those of you history buffs out there, the word alternate means it's not historically accurate. In this alternate history scenario, you have disobeyed orders and plan to reclaim the former glory of the Japanese Empire. You take the historical amount of ships and go to take the fight to the Americans. In this scenario, the Japanese fleet has also done another kamikaze attack on the Americans. Their task force, the task force of the Americans now has diminished numbers from relative to the historical amount. You still have a tough fight ahead of you. Good luck. Long live the Emperor. As I have already entered the building phase, on the next screen I'm going to show you what sort of ships I have. It's a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, and 8 destroyers. 8 destroyers. That's going to be probably, in combination with the battleship, my biggest weapon. And then come the Americans. And the Americans have 3 battleships, 1 battle cruiser, 5 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 10 destroyers. The Americans are definitely going to outnumber me, and judging by the size, they might also have more displacement than I do. That does, however, mean that they're susceptible to torpedo attack. So I'm hoping that my destroyers have a decent build, and no, I cannot design them, since I already designed the battleship. In the current version of the game, Alpha 7.5, you can only design 1 ship class. Keep that in mind when you're sending in your scenario. Link for that, by the way, I didn't mention it before. Link for sending in your scenario down below in the description. Starting range, 20,000 meters. So at least we have a little bit of time to set up. Here we go. Okay. We are already opening up. Looks like that was the battle cruiser. The Arakawa Naka. We get those shells away so they don't make so much noise. 13-inch guns. She, interestingly, has a load of side-mounted torpedoes underwater. 10.1 range. Oh no. Fast torps. These are suicide torps. Okay. The battle cruiser, check. Heavy cruiser, Chikuma. 2 torpedo tubes. Why did you even bother? 6-inch guns. Oh no. 4-inch secondaries and 2-inch secondaries. And of course, my main ship, Yamato. Yamato has her 18-inch guns. She has the best range-finding systems that I could get. High TNT explosives, and on top of that, she has super heavy shells. So if something does hit a target, there is a very high likelihood that it's going to cause a ton of damage. And now the DDs. Please tell me you developed something decent. You did not. Right. This is going to be a tough fight now. I have a torpedo launcher towards the bow. That's just one quintuple, one 5 launcher, and a singular amidships. And I think they might be running with, yeah, increased ammo torps, but reduced ammo shells. Okay. I want the Kaya's group over to the right. And I want the Natsuzuki's group back towards where Yamato came from. I want Yamato to head starboard a bit. I want the battle cruiser to turn. And I want the Chikuma to just follow the battleship. Now, what did the Americans bring to this fight? Again, I would like to remind you that the game is pretty loud. No, that this is a non-historic scenario, and I cannot develop the American battleships, so it's not like you're going to be seeing Iowas or something similar that the Americans might have had in this fight. Let alone carriers, because they are not in the current version of the game, and I do not yet know if they're going to be implemented later. I have asked the developers, but so far, I don't know. Also, while you're here, I am approaching the, at least for me, magical number of 50,000 subscribers. That is a lot of you. And I think I might be able to achieve that in August. So if you're not subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel and help me achieve that 50,000 subscriber goal. Yamato's A and B turrets are still turning. DDs, pay attention. No torpedoes. We're first going to close in a bit. I'm going to try and torpedo either this column here or the battleships, but the battleships will probably be biting back severely. And there's a tough light cruiser in the way, so I think I might have to torpedo the light cruisers instead. I don't like it. I would much prefer to torpedo the battleships, as they're the primary target for me. They're the ones that can seriously hurt the Yamato. But it is what it is, and it's not something that I really have too much of an impact on at the moment. Time will tell how well this battle is going to go down. Set it to 2 times speed. Yamato is locked on to the lead American battleship, done a little bit of damage, and she has a 21% chance to actually land those shells. Now, a quicker, closer look at Yamato. Ah, she just scored a hit for 109. I have, of course, the 18-inch guns, as opposed to the 18.1-inch, which they are historically supposed to be. I know, but those are not in the game. 6-inch turrets overlooking the mains, 5-inch guns, and then the 2-inch guns as that sort of ring around the secondary tower. Armor is tricky to work with in this game, because it is currently not following the historical standards, in the sense that the Yamato generally had 25.6 inches of turret armor. I just couldn't fit that on the turrets. It was too heavy. So instead I had to reduce that to 17-inch. Conning tower was probably more heavily armored. The deck armor was probably better. The belt armor I think is pretty decent. But then again, you do have that quality of 118%, which means that, well, sort of effectively I'm sailing around with about 33 inches of belt armor. And yes, in case you're wondering, I did really try to make this as historic as possible. Alright, let's see. Can I blow away one of those battleships early? Because that would definitely increase my chances of survival. It looks like they are opening up. I really don't like that the DDs are all lining up like this. Smoke up. Torpedo out. Kaya, turn back. Oh, damn, these groups are all mingled. That is not good. Because they're now going to be interfering with each other's capability to launch their torpedoes. Okay, Odaka just launched. That's good. And now we want the Natsuzuki to launch. We're just going to be flooding the area with torpedoes. And considering that they run for 15 kilometers, and this is 8, I think I might hit some stuff in the back. All the more since they're all coming towards me. Yeah, this is going to be a clusterfuck if I don't step in. Torp that guy. Odaka has launched torpedoes. Kaya has launched torpedoes. Kaya's group to fall back. Shirakumo has not launched torpedoes because she's still trying to not hit her allies. We have the Shi. I'll tell the Shi to make a hard port turn. And when the moment is there, torpedo that ship over there. Yudachi. Detached from the group. And that leaves the, I think, lonely... No, not quite lonely Akatsuki. Oh, she's part of the Natsuzuki group. Gotcha. Alright, Akatsuki, detach. I'm not too bothered with the destroyer surviving. My main concern is Yamato survival. Because she has those guns which can really hurt those battleships. And as you can see, I've already taken a considerable chunk out of this warship. I think about 15%. Whereas I have not been hit yet. First torpedo salvo on the way. Second, third. Natsuzuki, turn out. These guys are at least very quick at 40 knots. That's good. Alright, we're going to turn this way and we're going to keep our distance. Hayanami. Torpedoes away, Hayanami. Very good. Once you've launched, I want you to turn out starboard and make sure that other ships also have an opportunity to launch. This is going to be your target, Akatsuki. She first has to wait until the Hayanami is clear. And then we got Yudachi. Actually, I want you to do a full turn. You can form up with Akatsuki, Yudachi, and Shi. I want you to torpedo this guy. Actually, maybe a normal launch is enough. Bloody hell, there are so many targets. Oh shit, Yamato just took a chunk. She's down 9%. I got hit by an 18-inch gun in return. Lovely. I really need torpedoes out now. There's nothing in the way, Shi. Just launch it. Akatsuki has launched her torpedoes. Akatsuki, turn away. Nice, that's another good chunk of damage. This time on a destroyer. So I think it might be the battle cruiser that's also making her presence known. Yep, and there's another impact on the battleship. Maintain the pressure, Yamato. We need those guns of yours. I'm going to slow down a bit. Build up my accuracy a bit more. And I'm keeping the Chikuma heavy cruiser behind intentionally. To make sure that I don't have the Yamato undefended in case the DDs do make a push. Shi, turn back. Akatsuki's ready. Yudachi's ready. I want you to join the Akatsuki group, which is group 9 at the moment. Shi, I want you to join the 8 group with the Akatsuki and Yudachi. Hayanami has launched her torps. You can join Natsuzuki in group 4, or rather the other way around. Alright. So far, I've inflicted 869 damage versus 192. And the American fleet is now forced to turn or eat torpedoes. Heavy cruiser Scranton's coming in, firing back at me with 6-inch guns, and a good number of them. With a reload of only 9 seconds, these things are very problematic for destroyers. I have to get those guys out of there. I wonder if my battle cruiser can do anything against that. Her 7-inch guns are almost in range. That means that her 13-inch guns are definitely in range. Torpedoes here. I did detect inbound torpedoes. Ah, Cheyenne has been identified. Light cruiser Cheyenne. 7-inch guns, 2-inch guns, and... what's that, a single triple? A single triple. That's survivable. Good. Yamato's accuracy is falling a little bit. Maintain pressure. Cheyenne has detected the torpedoes. So, considering the range, I'd say you don't really have that much. Really? You have sonar 3? But these are pretty visible torpedoes. How are you only detecting them now? Unless you're detecting a different spread. They could be detecting this spread instead. That might be it. Interesting. This scenario doesn't really have any win/loss conditions, so I'm going to go with the most simple approach. Lose the ships, lose the battle. Pretty straightforward. Lose the ships, lose the battle. Alright, we got Battleship New York. Her accuracy is atrocious. She has Generation 2 rangefinder, but only stereoscopic 3. Aha. Okay. What's her armor like? 11.6 belt? 6.3 deck? Okay. Ah, we got a hit. On potentially the battle cruiser. But I think it might in fact be the 3rd battleship. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. That was unexpected. But not unwelcome. Did you seriously die to 1 torpedo? Anti-torpedo protection. 3. You must have really angered the RNG gods, because that was not supposed to kill you. She just got hit by 1 torpedo for 164 damage. And that was it. That was all. And she just had a flash fire and completely got obliterated. That is a lot better than I could have possibly hoped for. Now, the heavy cruisers, Scranton, Minneapolis, and Norfolk are coming my way. And they're making life for the She especially unpleasant. But I don't really think that I can do much for her. Because the problem lies in an inability to set smoke and an inability to run away. Because I don't really have too many engines left on the She. She can do about 24 knots. Which makes her increasingly easy to hit for those heavy cruisers. The heavy cruisers are doing 37 knots. They have a modicum of armor. And it's interesting that the light cruisers are more heavily armed with 7-inch guns than the heavy cruisers are at 6-inch. And I can already hear the history buffs gnashing their teeth, going, hold on a minute. Heavy cruisers were named as such because of their armament. This game is so ahistorical. Yeah, it's a game. Alright. Can I cut off one of these battleships? Could I pen one of these battleships at all? 44.3. I'll take that. I just really don't want to get hit by 18-inch shell fire. This is a pretty fast battle cruiser at 36 knots. And that could keep her alive, but it's still not something I really want to test. Although, if I could get torpedoes away against them, that would be fantastic. The New York has sonar 1. She has a turning circle of only 760 meters. Really? Okay, that's really impressive. I'm tempted to just tell the Yamato to blow away a heavy cruiser or two. But I don't think that the heavy cruisers are really that much of a threat. Sure, the DDs would probably disagree with that statement. But it's mostly the DDs which are getting punished. It's not really going to be impacting the battleship too much, the Yamato. So at the moment, I'm not going to click the battle, or I'm not gonna click the heavy cruisers out of existence yet, but that might change. I'm really hoping for a bit of flooding on the New York, slow her down, make her easier to hit. So far, I'm just taking some chunks out of her. Ah, there's the Florida. She just launched a single torpedo. Yeah. Appreciate the effort, but I think volume fire might be a bit more efficient if you really want to hit one of these heavy cruisers. They will see the torpedoes coming, and they will probably be able to get out of the way. So I'm hoping that the smokescreen can save you for now, as the rest of the DDs are going to make another attack. I had to pull them back a bit, but now they're good to go again. The other DDs, Kaya, Odaki, and Shirakumo, coming in. This time around, the fleet's heading away from them. But I might be able to pay the North Carolina a visit. There goes the She. Pretty much expected at this point. North Carolina, many bulkheads, very fast, 36 knots. Oh, there goes the Odake. Did you get hit by a torpedo? That I was unaware of. Hello? Here. What happened to you? Stop. That was against the She. Wow. Okay. A torpedo from the New York hits the Odake. Interesting. Where the hell is the New York? The New York is over there. Right. I was a bit too preoccupied with the 18-inch guns to spot that these guys carry torpedoes. My mistake. How many? Oh, you cramped those in under the C... No, under the X turret. Right, that's clever. Very clever. Don't do that again. I got 2 DDs going down. They're opening up the range a bit. Ah, ammo detonation on the New York. What's your range? 9.7. How would you like to torpedo the New York? Penetration chance has gone up from 44 to 47. Oh no. That is a group of torpedoes. Secondaries on the J. Fred Talbot, please. Oh shit, there's more. I didn't see those. Ow. Oof. What was that? What caliber are those? Is that survivable? 20-inch. New York is flooding. We got an ammo detonation on the DD as a retaliation for the damage that they did to the Arakawa. Minimum bulkheads on Arakawa Naoka. This is problematic. Because I think that she will not be able to contain both the flooding and the fires at the same time. Did you not have sonar? You did. I was just paying no attention to the torpedoes that were potentially going to be messing with this ship. She did, for all intents and purposes, get her torpedoes away. Whether that's going to be doing anything? Ooh, that remains up for debate. She's still flooding. The fire's under control. If we could just kill a few of the DDs before the Arakawa goes down, that'd be great. Where's your 7-inch gun? Oh, on the bow. That's why it's not working. Are you getting too far out of range, Yamato? Let's get a bit closer. Right. The DDs are back in range. How about torping Scranton? That's the one group. The other group, Kaya, is over here and is in range of Battlecruiser North Carolina, but they're heading away. So we're going to wait for a sec and get closer. And at 40 knots, that should take me not too much time, although I'm chasing something down that does 36. I have 2 more DDs. Well, for the moment. They're a bit isolated. Screw it, let's just torpedo. If the Hayanami can still do it, that is. But I think she might go down. Yeah, she goes down. Alright, in that case, I need the Natsuzuki to join in with the Udachi group. And the Udachi group is group 6. The battlecruiser did survive. She has sustained serious flooding. But I did see it just pop up from 52. There we go, 53. Torpedoes are still moving towards the New York. Although the New York is heading away. Let's lock onto the Florida. The heavy cruiser still hasn't fired a single shot, I think. No, she's not done anything yet. She's just escorting the Yamato. I was going to torpedo the Scranton, but let's do this one instead. And I might get the Scranton as a bonus. Torpedo detected. Another comment that I get quite frequently is, why the hell don't you pay attention to the log? Well, let me clue you in on what's happening on my side of the screen. I mean, on your side of the screen, you're doing one thing. You're just watching the video. I'm doing quite a few different things. I'm trying to command my fleet. That's 1. I'm trying to give it any decent form of commentary. That's 2. I'm trying to do that in a native, or in a language that's not even my own, because I'm not a native English speaker. So that's 3. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time. That's 4. I'm trying to keep eyes on the enemy positions and seeing if I need to be covering anything with the camera. That's 5. And I'm also trying to keep a bit of a note on the log to see what is going on and what I should be paying attention to. So that's 6. So whereas you're probably quite comfortably sipping your coffee, tea, or eating cookies at the computer watching your videos, I'm doing 6 things at the same time, and something will slip through the cracks. And that's usually the log, or it's me not spotting torpedoes, or it's, well, any of the other 6 things that I have just mentioned. Now, I would really like to get these battleships out of commission so I can push in a little closer with the Yamato. Because while I'm getting a decent amount of accuracy versus the battleships, I can be pretty damn sure that I won't get the same kind of luck against the heavy cruisers. That's just not going to work. Akatsuki, what is your excuse for not torpedoing the target? Maybe it's the angle. Because that quintuple over there is not at an ideal position. Okay, the singular launched, and there goes the Quinn. Good. That's the quintuple launcher. Arakawa has actually managed to get a lot of water out, and she's back at 79% buoyancy. Well done. Ayanami has sunk. We knew about that. It's the other two DDs that I'm still hoping to keep alive. Yeah, they're all heading away. Smoke up. I don't mean to shepherd these things that way, but that seems to be what's going on right now. I'm trying to all push them together, and this is just a beautiful torpedo target. If I torp it from here. If I torp it from back here, all I'm going to do is just force them to continue to go that way. But outside of that, I don't really expect too many hits. What are you all firing at? Oh, Yudachi. Oh, shit. Turn back. Yudachi just took 536 damage from a 6-inch gun. And with a few bulkheads, I think that very well might be the end of the Yudachi. Range to the Florida is still 20 clicks. Let's just see what happens if I do right click on the Norfolk. Can Yamato hit that? Let's not try her torpedo belt. I think the Norfolk might be responding to torpedoes soon. Is it in time though? Yeah, she's turning starboard hard. There's a second line of torpedoes coming in. No, she's fine. 2.3% chance to hit the very heavily maneuvering Norfolk. Norfolk's turning back. I think that because the Norfolk is turning to avoid the torpedoes, the rest of the group is too. So these are probably in one formation. And that means that they're behaving unpredictably, which is not helpful if I'm trying to hit them. Oh, nice. Flash fire here. Yudachi has some problems. How are the other guys? The shepherds. San Diego technically is in range, but I'm not going to torp her. She's just too far. Just pursue that ship directly. Okay, there goes my Yudachi. New York is still taking some damage. We have about 5% against the heavy cruiser. I imagine that if I hit the heavy cruiser with one shell, I'll be able to just completely obliterate her. She does have one whole torpedo coming at her. But I think she might have spotted that. Yamato is burning a bit. It's because I'm getting subjected to a lot of 6-inch shell fire. Like a lot. Accuracy 6.3%. I really don't want to have the ship burned down. I do have maximum bulkheads. And I have good defense against those things. Against fires. With an auxiliary engine. But it's still not something that I really want to have going on for too long, because it's just damage over time that they get. %6 chance to hit. So one salvo, come on. Nope. Nothing. So far, damage done, 6.8. Damage taken, 7.2. But that's including massive hits against DDs. Yamato so far is surviving all of that shell fire. Look at that. She's a bit blackened by some of the impacts here. Come on, Norfolk. One hit is all it takes. The rest of the heavies are still turning around. Oh shit, you got hit? By what? By an 18-inch gun. Oof. That's probably going to be the end of the Arakawa. Fortunately, I was able to turn. Because it might be the Florida that just torpedoed me. So that at least won't be a problem. But she has enough issues as is. Because my rudder's damaged. Chikuma is now engaging as well. Ah, I think we hit Norfolk. Yep. 1,491 damage. She's flooding for about 2/3 of the ship. And she's gone. That's what I wanted to see. One heavy cruiser less. Which also immediately takes out a couple of those consistent HE spammers. Let's try and target North Carolina if we aren't already. Structural integrity, 87%. Where are the Shepherds? Here are the Shepherds. Oh! Oh no. They got the William D. Porter. It's nice to see that they actually put that in the game. Let's see if I can gun it down with the 5-inch guns on these ships. 3 turrets. Couple of 2-inch guns. I'm gonna hold my torpedo launchers. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Willie D, what are you doing? Ow. That was definitely from William D. Porter. She just launched her torps. Kaya's gonna be in rough times. Smoke it up. Dump it. Arakawa is still here? Despite everything? That's impressive. Let's try and torpedo the Cheyenne with that massive single launch broadside torpedo system of hers. And then fall back a bit. If I still can with a couple of damaged engines. William D. Porter sinks. Finally. Next target, Wainwright. The Kaya, despite having lost most of her stern compartments, is still alive. And she's good to go for the rest of the fight. Oh right, these things had a low amount of shells. Yeah, that's going to come back as a problem. I'm really hoping to hit the North Carolina. Because that battlecruiser... it's not terribly threatening, but it's just a big ship. And it's making life difficult for my battlecruiser. Range is only 12. 5.4% chance to hit. I need to get one flooding hit. Just to slow her down. At the moment, I'm not really thinking too highly of my chances of winning this fight. I don't think it's utterly impossible, but I think I might run out of shells. And that is going to be the big bottleneck here in this fight. Wainwright just launched her torps. Ah, there we go. We hit the battlecruiser. She has a fire, but she's also maneuvering. Where's the New York? Is she still in this fight? There she is. The New York. Let's see if I can put some hurt on her. 3.9% chance to hit. Maybe not. Okay, we should be fine with the torps now. Kaya is going to be reduced to 17 knots, which means that she probably won't be able to keep up with this group. Another problem that I might have is that very soon this destroyer is going to run out of 5-inch shells. When it does, all I have left is 2-inch shells and a couple of torpedoes. Speaking of, Minneapolis just sent her regards. Ooh, close. Sure, Kuma detected the torps. Yep, I'm already maneuvering to evade. Wainwright has taken some damage, but... Yep, that is due to my 5-inch. Nice. Keep it up. And at this range, I might be able to land the torpedo against either the heavy cruiser or potentially everything else in that group. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Come on. Torps out. Very good. Not Suzuki. Not really in torpedo range. New York got hit for another 92. What's my chance to pen? 71. Why did you take a hit? Oh, I got hit by a torpedo. All the way over there. Speaking of, there is more coming this way. And a Yamato with a damaged rudder is a really sluggish beast. That's going to be a challenge. Avoiding those torpedoes. There's more incoming here. Not even sure who they were firing those at. My torp should be underway. Oh, crap. What happened to you? Heavy flooding. 4-inch shell hit me. Oh, a 9-inch shell hit me for 1100 damage. That would probably be enough to kill her. Looks like Yamato might be in the clear. This thing has been through hell and back and it's still afloat. That's impressive. Chance to hit the New York is 25%. Let's finish that thing off. Maneuverability down to 20 knots. How are these guys doing for shells? 1892. Okay, that won't be a problem for you. Nor you. Nice. 2 floodings. And finally, a light cruiser with a torpedo hit me and detonated my ammo. Did you at least get a positive return? No. You did 3.1, you took 4.4. Yeah. Well, I probably asked too much of that battle cruiser. Now Suzuki is making a very valiant effort here. I'm just not too sure if she can survive this encounter. Going awfully close to the light cruisers with their sonar 3. So they'll probably know that I'm here a little while before the torpedoes get here. They'll probably spot those. Kaya? Still there. Alright, Shirakumo. Another fire on the New York. Do I continue to fire at the New York or not? Arguably it's out of the fight. It's not shooting. It's not a threat. Whereas everything else is. Most of these guys are still lobbing shells my way. Florida's at 22 kilometers out. It's quite far away. Another impact on the New York, 388 damage. 2 fires. But maximum bulkheads. Those fires won't really do too much. Natsuzuki just ran out of her main armament. And the torpedoes that were going for the light cruisers, well, the light cruisers have avoided, and the DDs already seem to be running off. Another couple of hits on New York, down to 27% structural integrity. I still have 500 shells on Yamato. Another 113 damage. Yeah, let's continue putting down the New York, not the Yamato. Heavy cruiser Chikuma, still here. Let's go hunt down this DD, the Dale. That's your target. You got 1,300 shells. You got quite a nice armament to do a decent chunk of damage against DDs. 6 and 4 inch guns. Torpedoes, I'm not too big of a fan of. Not since they're single torps, single launch. Oh shit. I got hit for 319 on Yamato, putting it down to 57%. Ouch. New York is down to 19% now. Yamato has fired at the already slow New York so many times that her accuracy's jumped up to 37%. Hold on a minute. You're getting hit by 5-inch shells? There goes Shirakuma. I am running out of ships. 10 clicks. The Dale is that? Yep, that's the doing of the Chikuma. Chikuma, we have a torpedo problem. Another couple of hits on the New York. 19%. I'm also closing the distance on the North Carolina. She does not have torpedoes. And I'm thinking that this is in fact going to be Yamato's last stand. Because turning in is going to be very problematic. Or rather, turning out. New target, John Hood. Chikuma got her first kill. She's received 1.1 damage, but she's done 1,700. %39 chance. Go for it. I think that New York at this point is getting a bit damage saturated. Meaning that any damage that I do to her is going to be, well, reduced, shall I say. Another fire midships. Yamato, put the secondaries on the North Carolina. Range, 7.8 kilometers. Let's go very slow. A question that I got on a recent video is, why don't you use your speed to slow down? Well, because these ships don't slow down. I told Yamato to go to slow, or let's say even to stop. She's doing 8.5 or 18.5. 18.4. 18.4 still. 18.3. If you're coming from World of Warships, then I understand your thinking. Because that's when you can use your speed to just avoid torpedoes. If you're playing this game, it just doesn't work too well. That's the problem. Alright, let's blow away the North Carolina now. There goes the John Hood. Good work, Chikuma. How would you like to work over the San Diego? Oh, crap. Torps. Torps. I'm also getting somewhat closer to the Florida. Ooh, beautiful. 18-inch shells slam into the North Carolina, putting it down to 50% structural integrity. And we're about to do that again. $58, $59, $60. That battle cruiser has gotten way too close. Speed still 17.4. That's how slowly these things just react to their engine. Come on, Yamato. There we go. Boom. 674. Structural integrity down to 27%. Flooding. 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments. Stern guns are still turning around. It's going to take me a bit of time before those become effective. Target light cruiser Cheyenne. That should be easier to pen than the heavy cruisers. Yamato is about to fire another salvo, which I hope will put the North Carolina down. 6-inch guns are doing some damage, and the 2-inch guns, negligible. Fireman ready. She's fairly heavily angled, but I don't really think that 18-inch guns or 18-inch shells are going to be taking too much of a problem with that. I still have the Nat Suzuki on the other side of the planet. Yamato's down to 53% structural. Why are you not shooting? Are your turrets turning too slowly? God, I hope not. Can I pen this? Maybe. I've done a bit of damage to this Cheyenne. I want more. Yamato's refusing to fire? What's going on here? Our turrets are not on target. There we go. Shells out. More flooding. Ship's just starting to outturn her own turrets. Then again, I'm trying to rotate 18-inch turrets. It's going to take me a while. Let's have the Chikuma put down the North Carolina. Free spinning turret over here. Doesn't care about the bridge. Everybody duck. Turret coming over. Look at these guys. 700 meters out. Yamato, 52% structural. We're still here. Can I pen that? Sort of. 50-50. Is this actually doing anything? Somewhat. 9 9 damage. I want Yamato guns. There we go, 175. No, you're not. It's not like the ship's trying to get away. That's not happening. Are there any DDs around that would like to test the secondary battery of the ship? 12.4, 6.2. Target light cruiser Cheyenne. I'm thinking I might be able to get rid of the battleship New York here. If I can just turn my main battery around again. Because I'm thinking that the Chikuma might be able to take care of the battle cruiser here. It's going to take her a bit of time. But she can just put up pressure at the floodings. And that might convince the North Carolina to sink. North Carolina's already listing to starboard pretty badly. She's still flooding. And on fire. Speed on Yamato. Still 15.8. Let that sink in. 15.8. I told the ship to start slowing down quite a while ago. Uh-oh. Good boy. That's gonna hit. I have a decent torpedo belt on the... I have a decent torpedo belt on this ship. But not decent enough. As I just got my ammo detonated. That was 4,400 damage, or near enough. That will sink your ship. So now I have exactly 1 heavy cruiser and 1 destroyer. And no ammo on the 5-inch guns. That's comforting. Jesus, North Carolina. Just quit. Because now Chikuma has a... well, a bit of attention from the enemy fleet. It's almost like they want to kill her. All of them. Let's just wrap this up. Oh, I just did launch the last torpedo. Well, it might just hit the North Cal. No, 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 no. 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 It didn't. Crap. Ship is severely damaged. Engines. Rudder. She just refuses to go down. Can I have the Natsuzuki join in? To just make sure that I can get rid of this battle cruiser altogether. Should have saved that last torpedo and fired it manually, but I was just a little too late. And now I'm paying the price for it. Ow. I'm outturning the turrets on the ship. Electrical turrets, so they're pretty quick. It's not quite quick enough. Come on, Natsuzuki, we're gonna get this guy. You don't know it yet. Oh, fuck, you just launched your She just launched her torpedoes. I hadn't turned those off either. Well, with a heavily damaged Chikuma, there is one thing I can do. Prepare for ramming speed. Might as well enjoy that 7.5 ramming malfunction while it lasts. Because I think they're going to patch it out soon. Nope, not yet. Chikuma's now flooding. Cue the Jaws theme. Perhaps today is a good day to die, he said as he slammed the Chikuma, or what was left of the Chikuma, into the North Carolina. And I got it. Fair enough, Chikuma did go down. Oh, worth it. Absolutely worth it. Alright, New York. I have exactly 1 torpedo ready. Are you game? No, probably not. 98,000 tons. And I would sink it with 1 torpedo. Well, to be fair, the Yamato sunk due to 1 torpedo. Oh. How did that happen? Ah. So that's where the torpedoes from the Natsuzuki went. Accidentally murdered a heavy cruiser. Oh, hi. DDs popping up out of nowhere. Lots of DDs popping up out of nowhere. Smoke it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. We're doing 40 knots, you can't touch me. Natsuzuki, are you up for ramming? Are we gonna do that? No! 3.2 clicks. Oh shit, 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 shit. Got hit by a torpedo. Launch it. Quick. Please tell me that launcher's still operational. Quick, quick, quick. Come on. Jesus Christ, Nat Suzuki. Now is a good... Yes. Thank you. Torpedo away. The quintuple, not ready yet. Whoa. 2-inch guns, unfortunately, cannot fire at the J. Fred Talbot here because they're not in a good firing arc. I think I might... Oh. I think I might be very dead before that torpedo of mine is going to strike home. Yep, that's it for the Nat Suzuki. Minimum bulkhead, or few bulkheads on these things. Come on, survive. Close the bulkheads. Close the watertight doors if you haven't already. Oh! That's not helpful. And, well, that was the story of Yamato's last stand. Heroic, tragic, the way she died, and ahistorical, because it's a game. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fight, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.